It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. It's no longer rain drenched, but I do love the rain, I must say. Soul Dancer, the White Dragon here. Life is for living. You gotta let yourself go, people. There is no other option. Really. Because I was listening to Ken Honda yesterday, the man that I'm learning from about angel money, happy money, etc. And when I don't remember who was interviewing him. Good morning, Adrienne. You have a blessed day too, my dear. When his interviewer said, you know, a lot of times people have to take a leap of faith, Ken Honda had an interesting reaction. And he said, that sounds scary to him. That is the whole idea. Because for him, because of his character, he said, you know, it is just taking the step and doing the things that you know are necessary to move ahead, to be successful, and no daring is required. And yet there is, so I didn't agree with him at all on that. Okay, he didn't say exactly no daring, but he did mean, that's my interpretation. He did mean taking action, and it doesn't have to be scary. The only thing is, from what I know, from personal experience, taking action for a lot of people is scary. I can attest to that. Because of our upbringing, we don't know what's around the bend in the river. We have been taught from the time we were very small to do as we were told. Don't take risks. When you are going to study, we want you to be a lawyer or a doctor. You know, that kind of bullshit. There is nothing wrong in being a lawyer or a doctor. However, as I said, that is the thinking, that is the education. You can't make money being an artist. You have to be serious. You can't be an actor. You won't make any money being an actor. I will pay for your education if you do, when you do something serious, or if you do something serious. And the rest of that crap. And despite all the advances in our lives today, many parents still have that sort of thinking, and that is how they limit their children. And the children, when they become adults, they block themselves. Then, like my sister's son, you have the lazy ass bitches who expect to be taken care of all of their lives. And that sets them up for tremendous failure. This too is a fact. Because they become lazy. Laziness leads to nastiness. Laziness leads to a type of selfishness that eventually makes the person implode or explode because their wishes are not being met. It keeps them very small, and worse yet, like my sister's son, when you are intelligent, he would have made a wonderful white-collar criminal. Because everything must be easy and everything must go his way. And he will get you any way he can, preferably stabbing you in the back. when you don't fall in line with his desires, thoughts, expectations. So when you have these type of messages from your parents, it sets you up for failure until you decide to break out of this inertia and take your life into your own hands, acknowledging that life is for living and you do have to take the jump off. And that is what is terrifying. And the jump off, as Ken Honda said, because he understood immediately, but when you take a leap of faith, it's the jump off. You're jumping into nothing and you don't know what's there. So that's his character. And this is a man who is a billionaire, a Japanese billionaire. He's written so many books, I think over 120, which is fine. He's teaching us. He's teaching us about teaching us about our relationship with money and how we need to have happy money at all times. And we need to thank money when it comes and when it leaves us, because it is going to go out and bless the world and come back with its friends. I vibrate with that, which is why money is not to be saved. Yes, you put aside 20 or 30%. Money must be invested in order to bring back its friends in huge rewards. But what I learned, yes, what I am learning from Ken Honda is there is such a thing as unhappy money. And when you do something fear-based to get money, that money will always vibrate in fear. And he used the example of hedging your bets by buying gold because you are afraid that the market will crash and your investments will not be fruitful and that sort of stuff. And consequently, that gold that you bought is now a symbol of fear and you will never prosper. So don't do anything out of fear. And when I say that, I mean don't invest in anything out of fear because you feel that you are going to lose your money, or you feel that you have to have a nest egg because, right? And you invest your money in a well thought out way with assistance, you're on the right track. And that is why I say life is for living. You do have to take the risk. You do have to take the jump off. You do have to take a leap of faith, because taking a leap of faith is a risk. And examples of taking a leap of faith: you want a loan, the bank turned you down, or you do not have the collateral, or for whatever reason you can't get the money from the bank. But there are business people in your area, or you've heard of one who is a philanthropist and taking a leap. I have a business opportunity that I'd like to present to you. That is taking a leap of faith. That is taking a risk, because you don't know how it's going to turn out. And that's the beauty of it. You take the person to lunch, to a very good restaurant, you pay for it all, and you lay out your plan, well thought out plan, etc., and see what comes back. You wouldn't know until you try. Forget about try. You won't know until you do it. That is taking a risk. That is taking a leap of faith. Another example of taking a leap of faith, because that's the unknown. is joining a group. And not just any group. You've always done things on. You know your products. You believe in it. It is making money for you. You know this is the way to go. But you have a regular 9-to-5 job. The business is making money, but you are still afraid of leaving your 9-to-5 job. Taking a leap of faith means shutting down your 9-to-5 job, taking whatever you can from it, whatever payments, emoluments are required, are there, whatever it is, and going full tilt into your business because you see that it is making money for you, it is making more than your salary, and you know that if you invest yourself 100%, its returns are going to be exponential. That is taking a leap of faith. That is taking a risk. Nothing happens without risk. There will be no fruitful return without risk, ladies. And it's the ladies in particular I'm addressing, because we were brought up with a certain mindset by the majority of parents around the world, where you're supposed to be a man's mattress, his baby maker, or you go and you get a job, you get married. You know, it's like the idiotic culture in this country where when you are 21, you get married and you have children, and that is the end of your life, basically. No, there is a big, massive, wide world out there, and to take risks, to take a leap of faith, to fall into the arms of a beneficial, universal, I was just going to use a French word but many probably won't understand, supporting universe. That is why you are here, to live life to the fullest. You have to live large. You have to live large. And again, everyone's interpretation of living large will be very different. The bottom line here is this, ladies. You have to have massive goals. I agree with the great Bob Proctor. I've been listening to him for years. Your goal in life has to be so large it's terrifying, and you cannot even see a way to accomplish it. That's what living large means. It doesn't matter if you are a mother with children, working at home. You have no idea how your dream is going to come true, but you keep that dream in your heart, and it is going to be nurtured from here to here. And you keep nurturing it as you take care of your children. And because you keep nurturing that dream, or they strike out on their own to do whatever because you raised them in a certain way, and suddenly you have the opportunity, or an opportunity presents itself for you to do something that will take you closer towards this dream that you have been nurturing for so very long. Hold on to your dreams. It is time to live large. It is time to take the brackets off your life. It is time to decide that you are going to pour all of your passion into this dream of yours. It is time to remove those barriers and decide once and for all, I am worth it. I matter. I count. Life is for living, and I am blessed. I am doing this. It matters not what anybody says. The urge is too strong. I am doing it. You fail? What is failure? Failure simply means that you need to refine your strategy. I have failed so many times, and you see, I was presented with the opportunity of being homeless. It was devastating. It was terrifying, The things that happened to me, maybe one day I'll write about it all. I talk about the attempted murder and that sort of stuff. But there's much more. But it made me who I am today. And that defining moment for me was when I faced down my would-be murderer. I speak about that all the time because my back was to the wall. I had been terrified for a year. My guts turned to water every single time I saw that man. But because my back was to the wall, I had no place to go but to step forward, but to step out. Now, I didn't think of it as a risk because there was no other choice. And I said, go ahead, no fear. I said, go ahead, no fear. Kill me, just make sure I'm dead. Otherwise, I'm gonna get you. This is how you face down fear. You stare that bitch in the face and you walk right into it. And you will discover that it has no power over you. None whatsoever. Life is for living, ladies. Live large, be yourself, and be free. You want to get rid of all of these things in your life permanently from the very first session? Come experience the breakthrough spa.